So we finally get to the bottom of this DPF issue. However, we have had to take legal advice before releasing this video because it seems it's going all the way.
If you don't give me my money back, I'll just ruin your business. Take you to court for the fun of it.
So as you all know, in the last video, when we had the Audi Q3 and the customer tried returning it, there's been a lot happening since that video. Now, I never expected to do part 2, and we've had loads of comments from people saying, keep us updated of what happens. So finally, we have made some progress with the Q3. So just to give you a quick recap of what happened, we had our first ever rejection, or attempted rejection, where a Q3 had a few issues. The first one, we rectified, customer was happy. Second one was a DPF fault. We approved a repair at a garage that they chose. We were quoted £850. We paid that and we heard no more. Until about a month and a half after we originally paid that invoice. So the customer got back in contact with us just over, I think it was a month and a half, to say that they had more problems. And then they wanted to reject the car. Now this is when things started to get a little bit suspicious because the story was not adding up. After speaking with the wife through most of this, it finally went to the husband because I wasn't budging. We had fixed the car, we had done everything we needed to do. I think this was just owning a used car. The husband made one fatal error and said that the car had been driving better since the DPF had been cut out. So we sent it over to our garage to do a full inspection on that car to find out what the issues were and what, more importantly, had they modified about that car. Now, as we all know, in the UK, DPF deletes are illegal because they increase harmful emissions that are going into the environment. And it's illegal to sell a car that has been modified in that way. And it also could face fines and prosecutions. So it's an area that you really do not want to go down. We all know people who've done it. Irrelevant, it shouldn't happen. So under the Consumer Rights Act 2015, if the customer has modified the car, we can refuse to refund them. They have to return the car in the standard that it was soaked. And in this case, that's clearly not what's happened, being the DPF has been removed. They class it as an illegal modification is a material change. Now at the moment, it's too warm to be filming outside, so we'll have to go back into the office to go through the next stages of this. So after the last video, we sent the car over to our local garage that does all our mechanical work for us. And I explained the situation to them and said that we need a full breakdown of what's happened to the car. It's very likely going to go to court, so please make this as thorough as you can, and I need everything documented, which they were happy to do. They gave me the information that the DPF had been cut out and also that the car had been mapped. That's probably a bigger worry to me than the DPF in the first place. So I'm going to include little snips of what happens next. Now, as I said at the start of this video, we did take legal advice on this because it's very likely that this is going to go to court. Now, essentially what the legal advice that we were given was that don't include no names of businesses currently, do not include names of the customer, make sure no one can relate to where this has happened or who done it. So we are only including little snippets of this information. Now, this is a pure disclaimer before the comments start, every single person that I've spoken to, I've told them that the call is being recorded and I have told them that why that's the case, and every person has been happy. Maybe asked a few questions, but understood why. So I've spoken in length with the car garage in question. Now, I'll include a little clip of the phone call, the original, there's 2 phone calls. The first phone call I'll insert here, and there was a lovely lady that just tried to help me as much as she could, and she was great.
Yes, it shows on the system that the Audi came into us. We changed the DPF for another unit and gave it an oil and filter change. There is also a note on the system showing further investigation with us when the vehicle came back in. Sorry, I wasn't here at the time, and it doesn't say what work was completed, if any. So what I'll do is I'll speak to someone and ask them to give you a call to discuss it further, if that's okay.
Now, after coming off the phone with her, I had some suspicions of why the car come back in. Not suspicions, but I was like just curious to see why the car had gone back in. So a day had passed, and then I spoke with the customers and basically put my case to them that what had happened, and I just wanted them to be truthful, to see if they would tell me what really happened. Now, this is not the case, and they denied all knowledge of doing anything to this car and just started coming after me, saying that I'm trying to get away from my obligations as a car dealer. I'm trying to get away from the fact that the car is not fit for purpose, and I was just putting this barrier in front of them. So again, I will insert a very small clip of the husband's response to me, which I did find extremely far, right? And I don't think it was needed. Everybody gets angry, but it kind of set the tone, and it just didn't need to happen.
Mate, this car is a piece of shit. We've done nothing to the car. It's you car dealers just trying to hide behind bollocks rules. If you don't give me my money back, I'll just ruin your business. Take you to court for the fun of it. It's a fucking joke.
Now, after this clip, how this phone call was ended, it's just I simply said to the customer, you're not speaking to me in that way, because if I returned it to them, there would be uproar. So have a few days, cool down, and we'll go from there. But I am not being spoken to like that. Now, in the meantime, I was a little bit lost on where to go with it. Strangely, the power of YouTube kind of helped. So the owner of the car garage rung me, and obviously in the clip that you can hear, the lady said that someone would come back and touch me, but I didn't hear nothing for a few days, and that's completely fine. I just thought they were busy. Now, the owner of the car garage did ring me. Now, they were happy for the conversation to be recorded because they understood that they've done wrong, but what they have asked me to do was not to share that clip. I agreed on the basis of I would have it in writing what they'd done, and then if they give me that from their email address, from their company email address, then I would not publish the conversation that I had with them. I would still publish this video, but not the conversation with them. So basically what they had told me is they had changed the DPF, they had done an oil, they had done a filter. That was true. Now, a period of time passed and the customers went back to them with the same fault. So first things to me, they obviously misdiagnosed the fault, quoted the money, tried to fix it, and it wasn't the case. The customer went back. You've seen a clip from what they were like with me, so I'm assuming they were very similar with him. Now, I don't know if they were friendly, because referred to him as a nickname at one point, and I said, who was that? And then he corrected it and said it. So I don't know, maybe I'm reading too much into it. So the customer later on went back and the same issue had reappeared. Light come back on. So what the customer had asked them to do, because they were really happy with the car, again mentioned to the garage about the journeys, and the garage said, you're not helping the car doing, even though you're doing a lot of mileage, everything is start, stop, you're not running the car at all. They asked them to cut it out. And the garage stupidly agreed. So what the owner said to me was, it was just, they were getting hammered by him so much, they kind of just thought they would do it. Now, this is where I think the friendly bit come in. I think if it was a customer, there obviously was a customer. If it wasn't a friend, I don't think they would have done it. But I think it was one of them that they just tried to help him out to get him on the road. And they didn't expect him to go down the route he has done. So the car went back in, they cut out the DPF and give the customer his car back. Now, in the meantime, I think, again, reading in between the lines, I don't know if this is true. People have been on to the customer to say, you know, if I was you, I'd give this car back. It might be a piece of shit, it might be this, it might be that. And then that's when he's come to me to try and say, I'm returning the car, it's not fit for purpose, etc. But the garage were none of the wiser, he was doing it. So I think the garage are really peeved at the customer, even though they're the ones that done wrong, and it's just a mess. What's happened from this conversation? The garage have offered me my $850 back. They've also said that they are going to contact the customer. Again, this is why I think it's friendly, which I know quite a lot of the comments did say that this sounds like they are mates. They are going to ring the customer and just say, basically, we've screwed you and you've screwed us and we've screwed each other because we have modified the car in this way. You simply can't return it. Forget it. It's not coming here. Now, I did say to the garage, I would buy the car back because I know there's nothing wrong with it. There's obviously clearly there's a lot wrong with it. But I did say to the garage, I would offer to buy the car back. The issues I would have is, I could deduct the mileage, I could deduct the, get a new DPF, get it installed properly, and then sort out the remap, but they'd be left with pennies. So, I don't see that as a valuable option, really. Now, the customers have been in contact with me, and they did still say that they wanted to go down the court route. They weren't as aggressive as the first phone call or clip of the phone call that you listened to, and they were still threatening to go down court. Now, I don't know if this was just trying to see if I would budge from my stance, but I said, that's fine. The car's parked outside, the key is safe, come and get it, or leave it there, but it makes no difference to me. I am not returning the money. I will buy the car back, which I know a lot of you will go, you are being crazy, but I'm not going to discuss figures because it's not fair. The amount of money that I would buy the car back would literally be pennies, and I don't think they're not going to accept it. But again, if it does go to court, at least I can back up my decision that I've got all this on writing, I've got all this recorded, I've even offered to buy the car back, but I mean it is literally pennies. So that basically brings the saga of the Q3 to an end. So it was crazy that a YouTube video kind of got me to the bottom of what happened. I find it weird because I guess that if that video didn't have so many comments, if it didn't have so many people having eyeballs on it, I don't think the garage would have admitted their fault. I don't think the garage would have backed me. I think they would have just gone, we know nothing of it, the customer must have done it. I think they've realised their wrongdoing, and they've realised that if this was put out there and they a name, then there could be massive repercussions of it. So we'll see what happens. So moving forward, forgetting about that, if you're still with us, thank you. We are trying to up our stocking levels. So if there is anybody local that is looking to sell their car, please give us a shout. We are trying to up our levels. We're trying to find a part-time mechanic to come in here as well, so we can prep our stock quicker, we can get our cars out better, and we can control what happens. So yeah, if there's anybody local, please give us a shout. Let us make an offer. I guess that's the end of that one, and we shall see you on the next one. Cheers, guys.